The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the ether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. A great sacrifice. We have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Flying? Let's go become a Dragoon. Oh, yeah. Oh, ah. This is kind of cool. My trainer. And there he is. The Dragoon. Estinian. Greetings, Master. It has been too long. Estinian, end this folly at once. You must know that each second the eye passes outside Ishgard's walls brings us closer to a repeat of the tragedy of 20 summers past. Surrender yourself and the eye, and return with me to Ishgard before it is too late. So basically he took like an eye that gives power, I think, from their nation and left. Like, he's a Dragoon, which is like a like an important soldier thing, and he's not just a Dragoon, he's like the Azure Dragoon, which is like the main Dragoon from the sounds of it. So it's weird that he took the thing and ran. I'm hoping to get some answers. But it is already too late, Master, for you see, Nidhogg has already awakened. That can't be good. What? Hear me, Master. You have mistaken the cause of the dragon's return. The eye is not to blame. A premonition came to me by virtue of the dragon within, warning me that the great worm would soon rouse. Even as he slumbered, Nidhogg seethed with irrepressible rancor for that wound of 20 years ago. That rancor will send him flying as a speeding arrow to Ishgard, whereupon death and devastation will ensue. Is it rancor? And rancor, I'm only saying it like that because of Star Wars. Is that the case? Rancor? I'm gonna say rancor, sounds better. But there is a possible solution, where the eye taken to a remote land far from the Holy See, then and only then could destruction be averted and the lives of innocent Ishgardians be spared. You mean to make bait of yourself? Nay, there is more to this than you let on. You seek vengeance for Ferndale. To me, the two are one and the same. You know my past better than anyone else. It was for no other reason than to avenge my family that I became a Dragoon. Dragons long outlive men and do not soon forget the wrongs done to them. What grudge they harbor burns as a fire in their hearts, over time swelling into an unquenchable inferno. You need only look back on history to see what Nidhogg grows stronger with each awakening. Nidhogg is like a dragon from Norse mythology. I think it's cool that he's in this. Like he's he has like a history connected to the world tree, like Yggdrasil, where I think Nidhogg is the one that is actually like gnawing on the roots, if I'm not mistaken. And you have like the squirrel Ratatosk and the eagle which I don't remember the name of right now, are like the three I come to think of whenever the world tree is in question. That you have those three like connected to the tree, like Nidhogg eating the roots, the bird, like if it's an eagle or a hawk, I don't remember, but it's like at the top, and then you have Ratatosk or Ratatosker, depending on like the translation to English. You have that squirrel like jumping around climbing the tree, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. But then that world tree spreads out into the 9 realms. Like Asgard and all the other fun ones that you probably know through the Marvel movies, but are very different in mythology. So it's very fun that Nidhogg is actually like in this as a named character in this little side story. When last he darkened our skies, the great worm came within a hair's breadth of laying waste to Ishgard. Not short of death will prevent him from completing his mission when next he strikes. Nidhogg took everything from me, now I shall take everything from him, even if it means my life. The Eye works in ways men can ill comprehend, but this much is plain. In choosing 2 Azure Dragoons in 1 generation, it means for us to join together in common cause. Oh yeah, I might be an Azure Dragoon too. Forgot about mentioning that part. Adventurer, you have heard my resolution. Now I ask that you lend me your power. Aye, the power of the dragon. In the long and proud history of Ishgard, never before have 2 Azure Dragoons arisen in the same era to fight as one. This is our best, nay, our only chance to send the Great Worm to eternal slumber. Behold my armor. This is the Draken Mail, forged in the lifeblood of dragons. As blood calls to blood, so too does the armor call to the dragon within, rebuilding the wearer's strength thereby. If you would realize your potential as an Azure Dragoon, you must needs clad yourself in the same. I'm not sure how to pronounce Azure Dragoon, like it's so. Excuse my pronunciation on that word because goddamn. Clad so, you will inherit the technique passed from Azure Dragoon to Azure Dragoon, down through the generations. Then and only then will your training be complete. So I'll actually get this armor? That's awesome. So that's the job armor for this class then, I guess. Cool. But first, oh right, and I will get the armor and not get the chest piece like every other class. But first, you must win the Draken Mail as I and Sir Alberic did before you, by proving yourself worthy in the ultimate trial of the Azure. A series of battles so harrowing as to send the unworthy to an early demise. I beat the Ultima weapon, my guy. I think I'll be fine. Master, once the adventurer acquires the armor, pray see to it that he learns to harness the power of the dragon in full. Estinian, wait! Save your worries. I do not mean to make myself easy prey for dragons. I take my leave of you. He's cool. I like the attitude. I hope the voice somewhat fits. You left this place a man, Chrane, but you return as a dragon. There is no more for me to teach you. From here, your battle is yours and yours alone. Now, you might recall me saying that the 5th and final piece of the Draken armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I yet have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within is such that a great many of your Azure forebears, sorry, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. Within you has awakened a strength that forever eluded the likes of me. If you are not worthy of wearing the armor, then I know none who are. Remember my warning to you, Chrane, and heed it well. Nidhogg is a lord among his kind. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will surely fall under his thrall. Before you can master your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance arm till it can bear no further honing, and then present yourself to me. When the time has come, I will tell you what you need to know. I look forward to our next meeting, my young Dragoon. Ah, Chrane, an urgent message arrived from Estinian in your absence. He bids you come at once to the Steel Vigil. It would seem Nidhogg is on the move, and rather sooner than we had anticipated. It appears you have not yet fully become master of the dragon within you, and yet we are racing against time. I fear we have no choice but to do battle with the best of your current abilities, and without the dragon mail I promised. Just give it to me, dude, what the hell? Now let us away. Estinian must know the truth of Ferndale, lest he fall for the Great Worm's seduction. Estinian! Oh, okay. Sorry. We're surprisingly calm. There he is. His armor's all black and then gold accents. Mine kind of dark purple. Alberic, I've waited long for this day. What? You fancy yourself an Azure Dragoon. The man whose cause you have taken for your own is a coward. He relinquished the power of the dragon of his own volition and watched as Ferndale burned. Do you not think it ironic that I was chosen as your Dragoon? I, an orphan who was not of value to protect in Ishgard. I suppose I must give thanks, for it was the eye that revealed to me the truth. A truth so damning as to undo a lifetime of trust. I loved you as a father, but I can ill forgive you for Ferndale. As I understand it, you kept even the Archbishop in the dark regarding the missing eye. Do you mean to take your shame to your grave? Oh. But I waste my breath. Prepare yourself, old man, for I shall lay to waste all the things you hold dear, and once I'm finished with you, I shall do what no Azure Dragoon has succeeded in doing. I shall claim Nidhogg's head. Calm yourself, Estinian. Your rage renders you vulnerable to the dragon's influence. I will take him on. Meh. Chrane. In you I thought I'd found kindred, someone beside whom I could fight the Great Worm. It is with a heavy heart that I relinquish that dream. Your affection for this coward has rendered you deaf to your own destiny. Very well. That we would one day cross lances was inevitable from the moment of our first meeting. As we shall now find out who is the Eye's true chosen, there can only be one Highlander. Oh! What a noise. Wonder if the mic picked that up. Oh, voice from within? Hold on.
Feeble creature, dost thou desire power?
I might have to alter that a bit, that kinda hurt.
Look to thine anger and to thy hatred. It is there that thou shalt find it.
O mighty Nidhogg, Lord of Dragons. What's up? Grant unto me thy blood, that I might be granted the claws and fangs wherewith to rend thine enemies. Oh shit. That's a bit bigger than the other job storylines. Chrane! That's me? Cool.
Chrane, this is impossible. It cannot be.
You got yeeted and deleted. Damn. I like this Dinian. Forgive me, Estinian. I failed you once again. I'm fine, Chrane, somewhat shaken, but otherwise whole of body. Suffice it to say, I have much to reflect upon. Let us return to the observatorium. Is he dead or not? Man, I liked him. He was cool. R.I.P. He blew up. Damn. When the being of darkness closed upon us, you appeared to me the spitting image of Haldrath, the Dragon's Eye, just as he is depicted in the Holy Scriptures. Okay. So I'm not just an actual, like, what's it called? A Warrior of Light. Well, I don't know if I technically am a Warrior of Light, but people keep referencing me as, like, you remind us so much of the Heroes of Light. And now I'm apparently, like, Haldrath or whatever, an old Dragoon. I'm everything. I thought that mayhap the years had taken their toll on my mind, but behold, the soul of the Dragoon shines as it never did in all the years I bore it. It would seem you have achieved that which was thought impossible. You have awakened the ability that none but the first Azure Dragoon possessed. Truly a momentous achievement. I can still scarce believe that you were able to summon the self-same Draken mail worn by Haldrath. To think that it had been sealed within the soul crystal all this time. Oh. I have borne witness to many and more wonders over the years, yet none compares to you, my young Dragoon. Could it be that you're... mark not my mutterings. I'm certain that it was your indomitable sense of justice that resonated with the spirit of the first Azure Dragoon, prompting him to bestow the armor upon you. Yes, that is doubtless what happened. As the being of darkness faded, so too did Nidhogg's aura subside, and now his kind have ceased their stirring. Whether this was compelled by your awakening, I cannot say. I suspect we will learn the truth of it eventually. Estinian, my dear boy, whatever becomes of him, he will ever be as a son to me. So he might be alive. I pray that he's somewhere out there still, and that he has not wholly forgotten the great man he once was. So he might not be out there. When that darkness brushed against me, the self-same torrent of emotions swept over me as those I experienced 20 summers past. But there was something else besides. There was a voice, and it lamented the rift that divides dragons and men. You will come to comprehend what I speak in due time. Till then, Chrane, I pray that you will ever use your newfound strength in the name of justice. Why, if it isn't Chrane Cardle, soon to be Carmine himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of the visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. I think I read that right. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project is supposed to be restricted to my organization. You have a leak, sir. Or there's a spy. Or both. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You're here now, and your services will, I'm certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Yeah. I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now the first. Chrane, I thought that was you. Sid! What brings you to Saint Coinach? Saint Coinach. Don't tell me the Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low and apparently insuperable foe? Yes? No? I see you two are already acquainted. That as well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Chrane. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteer for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. That's smart. The sons of Saint Coinach are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allagan Empire. And this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allagan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. 5 minutes ago. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tolskeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Sick. I'm Indiana Jones at this point. Now, to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. Is that Ice Crown from the trailer? Is it Ice Crown? After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands, or from falling down from the sky. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. So Sid's kind of the leader behind the expedition. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground, but like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, and it now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Red sword. Some blue, green, and yellow in the background as well. Okay. So a puzzle of some sort? Oh. Well, that could have gone horribly. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancient's wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. Are you sure it's not just locked to only permit biological material? Like, you walk through and suddenly your clothes just burn off, but you can keep walking. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen, the 8 Sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them. It's the first barrier we must overcome. Okay? By me punching things, I assume? Or, at this point, stab things. I'm a Dragoon now, I stab things now. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? I did not even think to ask that, but that's a good question. It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. So it has like anti-air stuff, okay? Probably should steal that tech. You know, for the city-states. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Negotiating? You mean navigating? Whatever. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Chrane, but I can think of no finer man for the task. Okay. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. What fortunate timing! I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we've finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-respected aether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jemime over the... I do beg your pardon, it seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do without that sand. We'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, with the aether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or two. Hey, Biggs. Chrane! It's been too long. What brings you here, then? Sorry. Got your eye on something expensive, have you? The sand. Well, now, that's quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming aether sand, aren't you? I am. Well, I can't deny the elegant civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else. Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing our hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. Got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of aether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here. Even for you, lad, how are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, huh? But I've already claimed it. While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is representative of the organization that reserved the aether sand in question. To mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? It is, Biggs. It is. I don't care how many womp rats you shot with Luke when you were kids. Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. Thank you, Biggs. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. How could I be so stupid, sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do. And now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Yeah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please, I promise I'll leave and never come back. Hi, Wedge. Chrane, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Yes, I can. Actually, ignore the smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen aether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away, and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes, and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen aether sand is right here in my oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. Let's look for it. You'll find the aether sand in my stead? Oh, thank the gods you're a true friend, Chrane. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the seven hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend, I know only too well how capable you are, but aether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust in the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. I stole it from Biggs and Wedge. You had help from Biggs and I stole it from Biggs and Wedge. Listen to me. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, huh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around still. A matter of professional pride. Let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of aether sand before they arrive, shall we? You're too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You will find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Okay. Oh no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. What's going on? As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone. Taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous. Magnanimous. There you go. However, accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of aether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. A band of exile in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Exali logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of aether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. This iniquity must not stand. I insist that you accept the token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. Is it the sand you took from me? Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into aether sand. Keep it safe, adventurer. Called it. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. I only did like 4 fetch quests, and this impresses you. You should see the rest of the stuff I've done in the story. There, that should do the trick. Okay. Those all match the colors of the trapdoors. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Chrane here is the one who should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan front door. You can't go without us, Chief. Yep. Biggs, Wedge, come lend a hand, have you? Come to lend a hand. Come to lend a hand, I guess, yeah. Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald look ancient. Wait, does it mean that Garlemald is, like, way more advanced? I mean, it makes sense. They have Magitech weaponry, so... yeah, that would make sense. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads. I really do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. And also, they made a... like, they caused the... not the Cataclysm. What's it called? The destruction upon Cart... no, I don't... the Calamity. There it is. They caused the Calamity, so yeah, it would make sense that they're more advanced. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads. I really do, but there's nothing to take this knowledge for ourselves. Yes, I read this. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Twice in the last decade. So the first one should be like Bahamut and Dalamud, and then the second one would be the Ultima weapon, I'm assuming. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with the machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That's a weird sentence. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. Okay. So, you return at last. What, pray tell, have kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the Aether Sand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Oh, is this the guy who was talking to me in the woods? Of course it's a cat. Damn it. He has Scion tattoos. Is he one of ours? Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? Look, he has the tattoos. Grahatia, okay. Gurahatia. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Gurahatia, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundkeeping expedition. So does this not mean Scion? Does this have something to do with Baldessian? Curious. Gratia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. I mean, sure. Sure. So then our fellowship is complete and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah? What's Noah? Yeah, my question exactly, Sid. That is the name I've chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot well call ourselves the Sons of Saint Coinach, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation of if our venture is to leave its mark on the annals of history. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically, but my true reasoning for choosing this name stems from the fact that it's shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. Okay. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Very well, now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it's time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Yeah. Yeah! Yes. Yeah. Ready! The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. This is a portal? Sid, you're the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. Well, let's hope this works, because the thing he threw at the walls disintegrated. So, you know. I say the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. He's an archer. Yep. There it is, the wall. No matter how swift they may be. I just realized this guy has 2 different eye colors. That is strange. That is a big fang. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. Thought it was going to be like, sir, is that the only reason you made them? To destroy them? We could have used the sand for technology. Okay. Please don't die. That works. I'm questioning why he would put his hand in like this and not like that. Like, you know, pointing it at the wall instead of just shoving his hand in sideways. It's kind of weird, but sure, it worked. I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Do I get one? What's my color? That would have made more sense for me to use the blue one. I'm the Azure Dragoon. He's green. I think that's the only color of eye he doesn't have. He had a blue and a red one, right? This last one's yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Watch me disintegrate in the game end. get yellow. That's a good contrast color to what I'm wearing. That makes sense. I don't hate it. We did it. We did the thing. We are in. We did it. So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, it's time. The entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Chrane and a handpicked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What, without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigation must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of this place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Chrane here fits that description better than any of us. Than anyone I know, even. And it is not as if we shall be idle in his absence, while Chrane and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower. We can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technology functions. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, Historian Grahatio. But do you ever tire of being right, old man? He's like an edgy Armin. Chrane, it seems I won't be accompanying you. Allow me at least to provide some instructions. The maze that surrounds the base of that tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you're reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though, we would prefer if any relics you encounter remained intact. You have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Chrane. Well, thank you very much. That's the first wing. How many parts is this? Ho there, Chrane. Hi there, ho there, hello there. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. Seems like it, yeah. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. I'd say so. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon, not Acheron. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allagan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allagan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through Allagan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Fool of a Lalafell. I can't believe that's his actual voice. Oh my! The actual tower. Well, well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? Time to climb. I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through the maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here right now. In the course of this, our first foray into the... It went well. According to Crane's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills, ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Garaha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. He's grounded. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Crane. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. Oh, so it's like you have different wings of the raid that came out during different patches, I'm guessing? So this was like a cutoff point, and then later on a new patch came with a new wing of the raid. That's what I'm assuming. We'll need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allagan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Bye-bye. Oh, and then they leave you on a cliffhanger. I see. That's the guy that gave me the quest to go to the group. Yeah. He looks familiar, though. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. Hold on. So this is the legacy of the Allagan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match even for the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. Is this Nero? Is this Nero? Looks like him. A new toy for me to play. It's totally Nero. Yeah, mask removal for us. Yeah. He was the coolest of the Power Rangers. You know, besides actual, like, Gaius and Balzar. Nero was my favorite out of the side characters there. I'm glad he's still around. Cool. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just reward once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dreams live on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. Evil smile. Good cliffhanger.